Hello everyone, I'm Devi from Evoke Academy. Here we are discussing the questions and answers based on the exam Vhse English conducted on 24th June 2023. Let's moving on to the question paper. The first question, what inclination of the damsel is expressed through her song in the poem Kublagan? So the answer is option B, love for Mount Ebora. And second question, in Ode to the West Wind, the poet likes to possess the attributes of the West Wind. What are they? So the poet wants to possess tameless, swift, and proud attributes of the West Wind. So the answer is option C. And how did the father of the prisoner of Shillong die? Option B is the answer, burned at stake for his beliefs. Fourth question, Charles Lamb's brother John was different from other children. How was he different? So it is stated in the essay itself. Very clear question, and the answer is mounted the most mettlesome horse. And question number 5, what is the significance of the character of Bunbury in the importance of being earnest? So Bunbury was actually Algernon's imaginary friend. Option B is the answer. Sixth one, William Wordsworth quotes Thomas Gray in his preface to Lyrical Ballads to establish an argument. What is his argument? The answer is the language of prose and poetry are the same. Option D. Seventh question. Count Chenji's daughter, Beatrice, grabs the dagger from the killers. What is her inclination? To execute her cruel father. The correct answer is option C. 8. Arrange the following novels of Thomas Hardy in order of their publication, starting with the earliest one. The answer for the eighth question is option B, Far from the Madding Crowd comes first, which was published in 1874. The second work, The Return of the Native, which was published in 1878. Third one, Test of the D'Urbervilles, 1891. And the last one, Jude the Obscure, which was published in 1895. So option B is the answer. Question number 9. What is the reason for Catherine Earnshaw's rejection of Heathcliff and her subsequent marriage to Edgar Linton? The answer is option D. Catherine doesn't want to marry below her station. Question number 10. Where is Sir Thomas Plantations located in the novel Mansfield Park? Sir Thomas often goes Antigua. So the answer is option B, Antigua. 11th question. In the poem The Second Coming, a strange beast makes its appearance in the desert. How does it look like? The beast had lion's body and head of a man. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 12. The last section of the wasteland alludes to the figure of Prajapati. Which Upanishad refers to the Prajapati? Option A is the answer, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. 13. In the poem In Memory of W.B. Yeats, Auden remarks that W.B. Yeats was hurt into poetry by Mad Ireland. Option C is the answer. The speaker in the poem Daddy calls the daddy figure a man in black with a blank look. So a man in black with a Mein Kampf look. Mein Kampf, a reference to Nazi Germany. So Mein Kampf was the autobiography of Hitler that we all know. Okay, question number 15. The visitor to the church in the poem Church Going recites a verse from the Bible. Which verse did he read? Option B, here endeth. What is the proposition of the fourth tempter to Thomas Becket? The fourth tempter tempts to seek to become a martyr. That is option C is the right answer. Question number 17. In Harold Pinter's play The Birthday Party, Lulu tells Stanley, you are a bit of a washout, aren't you? What does he mean by that? So Lulu means he was a sort of lethargic character. So the laziness of Stanley is under reference. Option B is the answer. 18th one. How does Joyce present the alienation of Stephen Dedalus in the playground? So the answer is he did not participate in the football game. Option D is the answer. Question number 19. The second chapter of the French lieutenant woman uses a quotation which states that there were more women than men during the Victorian period. What does this imply? This implies marriage was an appropriate goal for women in those periods, in Victorian period. So option B is the answer. Question number 20. The countess in Nights at the Circus gave up her sleep altogether to for what she gave up her sleep. The answer is make herself safe from attackers. Option C is the right answer. Question number 21. What does Rabindranath Tagore personify in the poem 5 of Gitanjali? Gitanjali verse 5. Here the answer is summer season. Which line from my grandmother's house expresses Kamala Das' desire for love? The answer is option D. I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at ease in small change. So receive love at ease in small change. At least that is the right one. Okay, 23, question number 23. A.K. Ramanujan refers to a crisis in poetry in his poem A River. How does he present that? The answer is new poet still quotes the old poets. Option B. Question number 24. How does Rani prove her innocence in Nagamandala? She proves her innocence by pulling out the cobra and taking the oath. Option C is the right answer. Question number 25. What is the main reason for Amrutlal Parikh's resistance to his son's dancing in Dance Like a Man? So he couldn't tolerate his son wearing gaudy costumes and growing hair. Option D is the answer. 26. When there is a woman on the dock, the case does have a different complexion. That is my experience. What is the context of this reference from the play Silence the Courtesan Session? So the answer is option B. Sukhatme muses on the possibility of accusing Benner. And question number 27. How did the missionary pique Bakha's curiosity about Yesu Messiah? Question number 27. The right answer is D, referring to Jesus' sacrifice for Brahmins and Bhangis alike. 28. Which act of Mary Pereira is seen by herself as a private revolutionary act in the novel Midnight's Children? Correct answer is option A, switches the babies of Amina and Vanita. 29. In God of Small Things, baby Kochama compares Sophie Mull to Ariel from Shakespeare's The Tempest. What is her intention in doing so? She wants to show off her mastery over Shakespeare's works. Option D is the answer. 30. What is the significance of Anubhava in Rasa theory? The answer is objective conditions producing an emotion. Option C. Which one among the following images is not used to compare the lovers in the poem The Canonization? The answer is option C, a pair of compasses. It comes in the poem Valediction, Foreboding Morning. And all the other symbols, fly, taper, phoenix, all these come in the poem The Canonization. And 32. Two Indian rivers are mentioned in Book 9 of Paradise Lost. Which are they? Option D, Ganges and Indus. 33. Who is identified by the first scholar as the most beautiful woman in the world in Dr. Faustus? Correct answer is option B, Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman explained in literature ever. 34. Reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So the answer is option C, ready. A quote from the essay itself. What is Hamlet's plan to catch the conscience of King Claudius? Question number 35. His plan was to stage a play. Option B is the answer. Who is desperate for a skillful sailor in the ballad of Sir Patrick Spens? The answer is option A, the King of Scotland. 37. Which among the following events is mentioned in To His Coy Mistress? The answer for 37 is conversion of Jews, option B. 38. What sort of feeling develops in Peter Teasel after he carries a young girl in the play The Schoolfolk Scandal? Correct answer, doubts the wisdom of his act. That comes as option D. 39. To whom does the poet dedicate his nuptial song towards the end of Epithalamion? He dedicates the song to his bride. Option A is the answer. Question number 40. Robinson Crusoe shows his racial double standard to Suri, the slave boy, by selling him to a Portuguese captain. Option B is the answer. Let's move on to the questions from phonetics. Question number 41. The sound L is a blank sound. L is a lateral sound. Option C. 42. A fricative is articulated with close approximation is the answer. 43. The most proximate syllable in the word photographic. 43. The most prominent syllable is gra. And 44. The weak vowel in English. The weak vowel in English is option B. It comes as not the pure vowels. It's the weak vowel, and not the strong vowel u, and e. The weak vowel is sound. That is option B. 45. Which of the following is a syllabic consonant? Option D, n, l, m, n. These are the syllabic consonants because they act as a vowel. Though being a consonant, they act as vowels. So n is the answer, option D. Which intonation do we use for yes or no questions? Rising intonation. Always we use rising intonation for yes or no questions. Option A. And 47. Which of the following is an example of zero-allomorph? Sheep, because the singular and plural form of sheep is the same sheep. So it acts as a zero-allomorph. 48. The proponent of P.S. grammar is Noam Chomsky. Option D is the answer. 49. All languages have same laws. This is an example for which fallacy? It is an example for logical fallacy. Option A. Question number 50. Chapter 14 of Biographia Literaria discusses what it discusses. The answer comes as option A, view on nature and function of poetry. 51. Peripetia means reversal of fortune. Option B is the answer. And 52. Judith Shakespeare is. Who was Judith Shakespeare? Option A comes as the answer, an example of a highly intelligent woman who met a tragic fate in a patriarchal society. The figure of speech in the phrase aching joys is oxymoron. Option A. Oxymoron is a figure of speech in which two contradictory terms are combined. So, aching joys, opposite terms, contradictory terms. Question number 54. Which type of method does Fry endorse in archetypes of literature? He endorses Which type of method? Both inductive and deductive method. Option C. Question number 55. Eliot uses an analogy of chemical reaction between oxygen, sulfur dioxide, and platinum to explain the impact of the personality of the poet. Option A. A central concept in deconstruction to signify play on meaning. That is difference. Option B is the answer. 57. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. These are lines from the poem. So we can see a strong attitude of the black woman. Maya Angelou's phenomenal woman, states these lines. And question number 58. Laura Mulvey's idea of male gaze in cinema is based on Freud's concept of scopophilia. Scopophilia is the pleasure in looking, a curiosity which Freud considered a partial instinct innate to the childhood process of forming a personality. So, the pleasure in looking. So, that is the same in male gaze too. 59. The Laugh of Medusa by Helen Sixes expounds the idea of a feminine mode of writing. Option A is the answer. Question number 60. Whiteness in Moby Dick is. So, whiteness symbolizes unnatural and threatening aspects. Option B is the answer. Question number 61. The tom-tom beat in the Emperor John's is an expressionist device. 2. Option C. The pulse rate of the protagonist. So the heartbeat, the pulse rate of the protagonist is expressed in this tom-tom beat. Question number 62. Theme of Death of a Salesman. The answer is the American Dream. Gone so due to materialism and consumerism. Option B is the answer. The symbolic significance of the letter A in scarlet letter. The symbolic significance of A is adulterous. A symbolizes adulterous. Question number 64. Peccola is the protagonist of a main character in The Bluest Eye. Peccola. Who is the speaker mourning in the poem The Raven? The speaker mourns for Lenore. In the fifth stanza of the poem, it says, and the only word that was spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. So the answer is option B, Lenore. Question number 66. The Indo-European was a heavily inflected language, but English has lost many of its inflections because of sound shifts. Option A is the answer. 67. Grimm's law and Werner's law explain about. Grimm's law and Werner's law are about consonant shifts. So option option A, the shifting of consonants is the answer. The script of Old English was runic. Option D. Question number 69. The discrepancy between spelling and pronunciation in English is because it is because of the change made in the English script by the French after Norman conquest. Option A is the answer. Which statement is true? Question number 70. It's a sort of confusing question, and also the options are like questionable. And it can be answer C. Some vowels and some consonants are voiced. Let's move on to the teaching methodology questions. Question number 71. Role play is a method of teaching which helps learners to, option A is the answer, explore their feelings, attitudes, and communication skills. All these are possible through role play. Question number 72, e-portfolio of students can be used for, so e-portfolios can be used for self-expression and organization, self-assessment by the students, and compiling their practical work. All these are possible through e-portfolio. So only option like Roman letter 4, all of these is the answer. So the correct answer, option B, 73. One of the objectives of education is inculcating national integration among students. Which of the following are not the hindrances of national integration? Option C is the answer. Only Roman letter 3 and 4, that is development of intercultural understanding, all India education policy. These are not the hindrances of national integration. Question number 74. Which among the following is not a strategy to develop positive relations with students showing behavioral problems? Respect students. This is not a strategy to develop positive relations with students with behavioral problems. What are the advantages of open book exam? Question number 75. The answer is all of the above. That is option D. That is open book exam enhance retrieval skills of students, and it encourages rote memory, and it imposes unnecessary stress on students. So all of the above, option D. Question number 76. With reference to the citation style, consider the following statements. By considering the following statements, we can found that which is right. Option C, like both 1 and 2. MLA, APA, Harvard, and Chicago are some of the major systems for writing a bibliography now. And MLA refers to Modern Language Association, and APA stands for American Philosophical Association. So both these are right. So option B is the right answer. Question number 77. Which of the following is not a non-probability sampling technique? The correct answer is clustered sampling, option C. 78. With reference to the types of research, consider the following statements. The first statement, applied research aims at finding a solution for an immediate problem facing a society or an industrial or business organization, whereas fundamental research is mainly concerned with generalizations and with the formulation of a theory. And the second statement, fundamental research is also known as basic research or pure research. Third one of the main characteristics of the ex post facto research is that the researcher has no control over the variables. Actually, all these statements are right. So option D is the right answer. 79, which is the correct expansion of ISSN. International Standards to Serial Number. Option B is the answer. Very simple question. Which of the following is not a type of plagiarism? Self-plagiarism, patch writing, and ghostwriting. All these are a type of plagiarism. Copyscape is the answer. Option C. Which among the following pair is not matching? The questions from general part. The one which doesn't match is option C, safeguarding forests and wildlife, Article 46. Option C is the right answer. Question number 82. In which case the Supreme Court of India identified right to information as a fundamental right? Option D is the correct answer. State of UP versus Raj Narain, 1975. 83. Which among the following statement is true with regard to the Child Marriage Restraint Act, 1929? Which is true is option A. The act prevents solemnization of child marriages. It's actually against child marriage, so prevents solemnization. Question number 84. Under the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013, workplace means the correct answer is option D. Any organization funded by government, any private organization, any non-governmental organization, and any dwelling place. All these come under the term workplace. Question number 85. Which among the following statements are true with regard to transplantation of human organs? Amendment Act 2011. The correct answer is option C, 1, 2, and 4. The donor pool includes grandparents and grandchildren. National Registry of Donors and Recipients created. And the last one, establishment of National Human Organs and Tissues Removal and Storage Network, option C. Question number 86. Which among the following is a condition to become chairperson of National Green Tribunal? Option A is the right answer. And question number 87. The preamble of the Indian Constitution was based on, option C is the answer, objective resolution by Jawaharlal Nehru. Let's move on to question number 88. Which statements are true with regard to Article 14 of the Indian Constitution? Option A is the right answer. Actually, 4 of these statements are true. 89. The first amendment to the Constitution was related to 9th schedule. Option A is the right answer. Question number 90. Whom among the following is returning officer for the election of President of India? Option B is the right answer, Secretary General of Lok Sabha. 91. Which of the following statements about Pandarapatta Vilambaram are correct? Option D is the right answer. Only third one and the fourth one are right. It was hailed as the Magna Carta of Travancore. This was followed by the Royal Proclamation of 1867. Question number 92. Who is the present Reserve Bank of India governor? The question is a mistake. The question is based on who is the governor of the Reserve Bank of India. So the answer is Shaktikanta Das. Question number 93. Which Indian Navy sailing vessel successfully completed trans-ocean intercontinental voyage after 188 days? The name is Tarini. Question number 94. Consider the world's most active volcanoes and the countries which they are located. Which of the following is correctly matched? Option B is the right answer. 95. Consider the following events in Indian freedom movement. Chronologically arrange these events. The correct answer is option C. The first one is Nehru report for the new constitution of India. Then comes Jawaharlal Nehru hoists the tricolor on the bank of the river Ravi at Lahore. And then Gandhi-Irwin Pact. And the last one, communal award by Ramsay MacDonald. Question number 96. Who is the author of the book A Brief History of Time? It's a book written by the English physicist Stephen Hawking. Option C is the right answer. Let's move on to question number 97. Consider the following statements about T.K. Madhavan. Which of the following statements are correct? The correct answer is option B. Statements first and the third one are right. He founded the newspaper Deshabhimani in 1915. In 1921, he had an interview with Mahatma Gandhi in Tirunelveli.
Question number 98. Consider the following statements about Hermann Guntert. Which of the following are correct? Option C is the right answer. Only 1 and 3rd statements are right. 99. Considering the following statements about Swadeshabhimani Ramakrishna Pillai, which of the following are correct? The correct answer is option B, only 2 and 3. And the last question, considering the following statements about Poigeil Johanan, which of the following are correct? Option C is the right answer. Statement number 1 and 3 are right. So that's about the answer key. Thank you.